Hi, today I'm going to show another hydraulic exercise. Today I'm going to demonstrate the sequential operations in the hydraulic circuits. If we have two operations which we want to achieve by one push from the operator for the directional valve, let we see. As you see here, if we have a manufactured piece like this, we want to move it on a production platform, then we should push it by a horizontal cylinder. This double acting cylinder would effect to push this manufactured piece on the production platform. Then we will press it by this vertical cylinder. If we want to achieve these two operations by one movement from the operator for the directional valve, then retract them by another one movement by the directional valve, we should make some arrangements that called the sequential operations in the hydraulic systems. We should add two relief valves, this one, the second one, this one is the second one in the exercise, and this one is the first relief valve. We will see the diagram on it, and I have attached a one-way flow control valve. If we see the diagram, here contains a ball and a seat and a spring. I have attached a non-return valve in parallel with each relief valve and a gauge, pressure gauge for each relief valve. So let's see the diagram. Here, the pressure will flow from P to A, the directional valve. Then it goes to A port in the horizontal cylinder and push the piston. Then the flow would get out from P port to T6 branch T, then pushes the ball of the non-return valve, then flow to T5, then to T3, then to B, then to T, then to the tank. At the moment which the piston in the horizontal cylinder reaches the end of its stroke, the pressure in T1 branch T would increase to its max value. That forces the second relief valve to open through its pilot or through its bypass path. Then this relief valve would open and connects T2 with T4 and lets the flow goes to A bolt in the vertical. This is the second cylinder, which is vertical and set, and push its piston to the down. Then the pressurized oil would flow from B, from here, then to the B port, then to the tank. And the second push for the directional valve, as we see here, it would connect B with B and A with T. The pressurized oil would flow from P to B, then to T3, branch T, then it would go to B port in the vertical cylinder to lift the piston upwards. Then the pressurized oil would go from A port to T4, then push the non-return valve and go to T2, then to T1, then to A, then to T in the directional valve, then to the tank. At the moment that the piston in the vertical cylinder reaches its peak point, the pressure in T1 would increase to its maximum value. So the flow would force this relief valve to open. Because the pressure in this line, T3 and T5, would increase. So it has two ways to flow, either from the non-return valve, which prohibits this movement, or either through the first relief valve here. So it would choose to push the main plunger in the relief valve and flow through T6, then to the B port in the horizontal cylinder, and retracts the piston to the first position. Then the flow would go through A to T1 to A, then to T, then to the tank. Now we achieve two operations by one push for the directional valve. Let's operate the exercise. Here I'm going to set the pressure to 25 bar. You should notice this horizontal cylinder and this vertical cylinder. The first push and the second. Here I pushed the piece, then pressed it by this vertical piston. Then I will release the piece and the press. Let's notice the pressure in the second relief valve. It's about 9 bars. In the first relief valve, it's about 25. So I set the second relief valve on about 10 bars and the first relief valve on 25 bars, just to make a differential pressure to achieve the sequential operation. Here in the first movement for the directional valve, the relief valve number 1 would open and relief valve number 2 would stop. And the second movement for the directional valve, it would contract. The second one will open and the first one would close. Thank you very much.